So, it all started with this small boy. This is me sitting in the garden with my sister and my parents in the Netherlands in a sunny day, and normally it's always raining, so this was a lucky day. And I ate some cookies. I love eating cookies, still do. I did some diving. This was actually in Indonesia. I raised my hands like I'm doing right now. I've got a beard and I trimmed it now a little bit. And I became a dad. And made some stuff in the meantime. And this is mostly the stuff that I created within MediaMonks for the last couple of years. And I obviously had the honor of being head of design at a relatively small Dutch company called MediaMonks. And here's a small intro movie of what we did for the last couple of years. Oh, hopefully with music. Without a video and without music. Okay, that's interesting. Music is coming. And that's a good thing of having the privilege of being the first on the growth stage, so we can take out all the errors for the next speakers, so they will be fine. And I'm now standing here with probably a red hat, hoping that the video will work, but let's see. Otherwise I will skip it.
Let's take you now to meet the squid. I did not expect that. Time has come to explore beyond our known horizon.
So, thank you. These guys, the experienced monks, are awesome. I just left the company, going for myself. Big challenge, but these guys are fucking awesome, really. And my focus now is sharing some knowledge that I received from the last couple of years working with them, with you guys. And it's mainly all about design teams. So how do we ace a creative pre-production? And lots of things can go wrong over there. And this is going to be specifically my topic for this next couple of minutes. And keep awesome quality at the same time. So let's start with defining a bold statement. Our creative department needs to rise and shine. We need to skyrocket towards another dimension and outrun all competition. And let's shape a small story to make clear what needs to happen. So once upon a time, there was a very lonely creative who created an idea, and the idea was picked up by a very, even more lonely UX designer who shaped the idea into something functional. And then the even more lonely designer picked it up and shaped it into something very beautiful. And in the end, another lonely person called developer made it all work. This is actually the way how most people work nowadays. The project even won a couple of awards, and since there wasn't a real team involved, the celebration felt very lonely. And this is a thing that we need to change. So how do we reshape the department, keep the quality, and win more awards? Because most of us actually from agencies are in this to win more FWAs, the awards, etc. It's a privilege to win those. Brands expect deeper thinking, meaning no more coasting on agencies only. And we need to pitch harder, give more than others, fighting for our seats at the meeting room table. And let's look at the habits that we picked up in the meantime. So we work great. There's a difference actually between my screens. Yes. Okay, this is the next one. Okay, we work great as individuals. We divide expertise within the team. We work the hours needed and we deliver when expected. And we are working as planned. Okay, all great assets in the team. Is it really teamwork? No, not really. So we work perfectly as a design factory, and we create quantity much and efficient as possible. But this leaves us with a huge problem, quantity versus quality. And we've lost lack of creative confidence by the way of working like this. So how can we ace creative production? And this is the en route to more creative confidence. So first we start with the creative team, the user experience design team, the visual UI design team, and development. And there are actually three main phases. It's like the pitch phase where you win the new project, the pre-production phase where I'm going to focus on, and the production phase itself. The pre-production phase is very, very important, and in most cases this is actually going wrong. It's going in the island way, which I'm going to show. And next to this, it's not so much thinking. We normally do deck making, like in just a couple of days. Oh, we only have like 4 days to work this out. Okay, let's think of a fast idea in like half a day and start building a deck. That needs to go the other way around. You need to think it out first, and the deck is just the delivery. Yeah, you can polish it, make it better, but the thinking part here is the most important. So what are we doing? We always panic in the end. And this is very typical in every agency. You try to do the pre-production, you try to do your first presentation towards your client, and you start thinking, and then you think, oh shit, I only have like 2 more days left. Oh, I need to start working on the deck. And then you start panicking. And that means you guys are still working in islands. There's a creative island, there's a UX island, there's a design island, and development island. Which leaves us with one huge bottleneck. Our pre-production isn't strong enough. And we shaped quantity, but not quality. And we need to start working together and bundle our strengths as one multidisciplinary team. Define higher quality from the beginning. I think this is very important. You cannot do it later on. You need to do this really in the beginning. If you fuck up the quality in the beginning, then the end delivery will be not that great. So it all starts with defining the problem in this case. What do we need to solve? And nailing like the perfect solution for this, and work from there. And we need to rethink our way of working with the focus on pre-production. So this is the old way of pre-production. It's the left part with the dotted line actually. And here if you zoom in, it's the brief, it's the creative, meaning creating the deck, panicking and presenting it. That shouldn't be the way to go. This should be the way to go. So we have a brief, we set up a team. Who's actually the perfect match to solve this issue? Who's the ideal person to help out here? And how can you actually collaborate and complement each other to make the perfect outcome? So you define the problem, you do internal feedback, meaning communication, and something most people don't really like to do, but sharing your ideas and getting feedback, internal feedback. Then create. Do the internal feedback route again and again and again until you nailed it. Then step into your presentation without panic, because you already received like lots and lots of feedback, so you're already in your comfort zone. And receive your feedback and go further from there. So multidisciplinary teams, in this case, teams that complement each other and make sure that the outcome in the end is as ace as possible in the pre-production is key. This is a very important thing, which will be followed obviously by production, and the production phases is more or less the same. So you have like the internal feedback round, the presentations towards the client in every single route, so like UX design and development and all the things that come in between, like 3D, animation, illustration, whatever you need. It's all about one specific thing: communication. So what did we accomplish in this case? We took a critical look at the way of working, so making like the right choices in the process to help out our teams. We dedicated teams, starting small in this case, so you try it out for 6 months to see if it works and then roll it out even further. We do obviously brainstorming, writing and deck making and presenting, and we analyzed our result, and this was at MediaMonks as well, obviously. How did our creative and efficiency improve? Are we happy and fulfilled? At this moment, MediaMonks is here, between 4 and 5. Even though that they're winning lots and lots of awards, internally, we still need to make a small shift, and I think most of the companies need to do so. Because communication is difficult, especially when you're a designer, when you're a creator, you need to showcase something. That means you're very, very uncomfortable receiving that feedback, because somebody could say like, I don't like it. And then what? Well, that's part of playing ball, actually. So here is an example what you can achieve with teamwork. And this is the next video. So what now? This made a huge change on my previous organization and made them very strong believers of being team workers, and prepared them even for a bigger challenge to come. And they're ready. Are you? Thank you. This was my talk. I think I have a couple of minutes left. If somebody has questions, let me know. Who has questions?
How do you structure decision making? Like, who is the one who makes the final decision when there's a team?
Who's the one who makes the final decision? This is teamwork. I mean, it would be idiotic for me as a creative director or a UX designer or whatever you want to call it, to make the decisions every single time. The best idea goes. Meaning, it doesn't really matter if you're a junior, media, senior or whatever. We need to be honest and open towards each other. So if somebody comes up with a great idea which is beneficial for the project, then you would be stupid to say no to it. So yeah, it's a teamwork thing. The hierarchy shouldn't be there. It's collaboration. I'm sorry, I can't really hear you.
I mean, is there a big difference between like an office where people together work together creatively, or being completely online, on Zoom, on Google Meet?
No, I don't think so. I mean, since COVID, we work from home mostly, right? Most of us. And we are getting adjusted to it, and I think most of us are already. I run my teams across the globe from a distance, obviously, most of the time sitting in the attic of my home. And in some occasions, I never met the people. I had a team in Sao Paulo, actually. I never met them. But they were my team for a year, and in the end, we created like a huge and strong relationship. So that's still possible on a distance. Obviously, seeing each other once in a while will make it better and easier, but you can do it on distance, definitely. Any other questions? No? All right, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it.